Hi babes, in today's video I want to talk about the feminine energy secrets to get him to commit. So there are certain things that you want to do in the courtship phase and things that you want to avoid if you're in a long-term relationship and a man, it feels like the relationship is stalling, that he doesn't want to move things forward. So I'm going to look at both phases of a relationship. One will be the courtship phase, and one when you are in a long-term committed partnership, but it feels like it's stalling, it feels like he's not moving things forward. And the steps you wanted to take around commitment to make sure that you're getting your needs met, that you're going to get what you want, that you're not being strung along in a relationship that's leading to nowhere. So if you're on the courtship phase of a relationship, I highly recommend that one, women are not afraid to state what she wants. So if you know you want marriage, make sure you put that out there on the table. I know I want marriage. I know I want children. What is it you want? Do not hold back. The worst thing a woman can do is feel like, oh, I shouldn't say I want marriage, I shouldn't say I want kids, because you're only going to repel the men that are not a match for you when you state clearly what it is you want. So this is where it's so critical that you state what it is you're looking for, because it's so important that it's not just chemistry, but alignment that is there as well. Even stating where it is you want to live, down the road. If you know that you meet somebody in some city, but down the road, you know that you are going to be living in XYZ city, and that person never in their life would want to live there, that's an alignment issue. So it's so critical that you state out of the gate what it is you want, what it is you're looking for. I'm looking for marriage. I know I want children. Now, what I encourage women to avoid doing in the courtship phase of a relationship to stay in the feminine pole, your feminine polarity, is to avoid having the questions around where is this going? And that's going to put you into a lot more masculine energy. So when you're with a man who is commitment minded, who knows what he wants, you're going to feel where the relationship is going by the consistent action he is taking with you, by the consistency which he is moving things forward, by the real world action he is taking with you, by the effort he's putting into the relationship. And a man will be able to tell you he also is looking for marriage. He knows he wants children. Now, if he's able to give you that relationship in the same timeline that you want, that remains to be seen. But the more that you're in that energy of where is this going, that's putting you in that pursuing energy. You're really in the energy of claiming him before he stepped up to claim you. Now, what reconnects a woman back to her power? Because you're not powerless. It's not about you sitting around waiting for a man to claim you. A woman stays connected to her power in the dating phase of a relationship by building that rotation of high quality commitment minded men. And this is where most women struggle, is that she hasn't actually done the inner work, the emotional work, the mindset work to actually build that rotation. She feels like she's stuck in a man desert. And this is where I highly encourage you to reach out and get support, because when you get that rotation going, when you really feel you have an abundance of options, that this is a real world material thing you have a lot of dates going for you. Men are going to feel that in your energy. Men are going to feel that you are the prize, that you have options, and that you're not just waiting on this one man to give you commitment. And when men feel that in your energy, it's an energetic thing that men are going to pick up on. You can't lie. You can't fake your energy. Trust me on this. You're going to have men stepping up left and right, wanting to pursue you, wanting to move things forward with you, because you're not overly invested in this one man trying to get a specific outcome with him. And so it's all about energy. It's not just your actions. If you're leaned back, but energetically, there's a part of you that's really focused on, I just want this commitment from this one man, internally, energetically chasing, where's this going with him? He's going to feel that. So as far as getting commitment in the beginning phases or in the courtship phases of a relationship, the key tips are: number one, don't be afraid to ask for what you want. Put it out there on the table. I am looking for marriage. I know I want children. You're not saying, hey, do you want to get married? Do you want children with me? That would be leading. You're just simply stating what it is you want, what it is you're looking for, and you're assessing, is there alignment here? Is he looking for marriage? Does he want children, right? That's just basic. Is there alignment here? Now, if you've been in a long-term relationship and it feels like the relationship is stalled, he's not moving things forward, he hasn't asked you to move in with him, it seems like marriage is not on the table, this is where you want to use your feminine energy tools of putting on the table your terms and conditions. Now, you can absolutely do this from a feminine energy place, and it's very similar to what a woman does in the courtship phase. However, one thing that's very important is that if you've been in a long-term relationship and he's not moving things forward, the first thing you want to assess is rebuilding the polarity. So likely he's not moving things forward because you've been in masculine energy, you've been giving back equally, it's been depolarizing the relationship, and he doesn't feel inspired to move things forward. So it can be that the relationship's just at a standstill. The other caveat, however, though, is that sometimes women get into a relationship with a man that she's actually pursued, and he's only in the relationship for convenience, and he doesn't actually have any intention of moving the relationship forward. So it's not always the case that a man is going to step up and move things forward when you rebuild the polarity, but very often it does happen. This is something that just happened for one of my clients after working together for just 2 weeks. She was in a 2-year relationship, and now he has asked her, I absolutely want to be with you. I want to take that next step. I want to accelerate our relationship, and I want you to move in with me. This is what he said to her when she put these tools into practice. So first we did a lot of deep inner work, releasing all the blocks that had her disconnected from her feminine energy, because your connection to your feminine energy is contingent upon the emotional work that you've done. It's not just about leaning back, it's the emotional, the inner work. Feminine energy comes from our connection to our true essence as an emotional feminine essence being. And oftentimes we have a lot of blocks from childhood wounding that we haven't addressed that is subconsciously putting us in masculine energy that we're not even aware of. So it's so important that you actually do the real emotional work to authentically connect to your feminine energy. It's not just about leaning back, it's about the energetic shift. So she did the emotional work, and then what we discussed is putting on the table her terms and conditions. So this is where you state what you want. You let a man know, I'm looking for marriage. I want to be a wife one day. I want to have children one day. I want to be engaged one day. What do you want? What are you looking for? Now, so many women, especially if she's come from a lot of attachment wounding where she has low self-worth, feel that she can't state what she wants. And so she's kind of in this energy of waiting on a man, and that is very disempowering. This is not at all what true feminine energy is about. You absolutely should state what it is you want, and you should state it from a place that you can have what you want. Because when a man feels you connected to your worth, that you're not pressuring him, controlling energy is going to be your shadow masculine energy. That is going to push away a man, where it's like, well, when are we getting engaged? And, is this relationship moving forward? If you're coming from the energy of pressuring him and control, you're going to just be met with more resistance from masculine. Because when masculine energy feels masculine energy, it creates resistance, and he just pulls away, or he doesn't do anything. He doesn't move things forward. A man being met by masculine energy does not inspire him to move forward. A man only moves forward when he feels your feminine energy. So to address it from a feminine energy standpoint, a woman would say, what you can say in the relationship is, I know I want to be a wife one day. I know I want to be engaged. And I know I want children, and I'm getting older, and this is something that is a priority for me. What is it that you want, right? So you're not putting pressure on him. You're simply stating what it is you want. And he's going to feel from your energy that you can get what you want, that you have options, especially if you've done the inner work. He's going to feel that shift in your energy, and he's going to suddenly realize he might lose something very, very valuable and priceless to him if he doesn't step up. But you're doing it in a way that is not putting pressure on him. You're simply coming to the place of deep surrender, saying, I know what I want. Is this something you want as well? And if not, energetically, you're coming from the place of, I'm willing to walk away if you can't give me what I want. You're not going to say, give an ultimatum. If you don't give me this, then I'm walking away. An ultimatum is very masculine energy, and it will repel a masculine energy man. But you say it from the place of, I know what I want, and energetically feeling within you, you've made the decision internally that if this is not something you want, then you know within yourself you're willing to walk away from the relationship. And so when you do this and you give a man space to make a decision, and you can stay leaned back in your feminine energy very quickly, and you've started to shift the polarity in the relationship itself, you're going to have a man start to step up for you. And as happened for my client, after 2 weeks of doing this inner work, reconnecting to her feminine energy, he announced to her that he wants to accelerate the rate of the relationship. He wants her to move in with her, and he wants to see where things go, because he as well loves her and wants her in his life. So this is one of some of the key tips and tricks that you can use to get him to commit. I hope you found it helpful. Drop me any comments below. I'm curious if this has happened to you in your love life, where you felt powerless, that you couldn't get a man to move things forward. Know that your feminine energy does not make you weak. It does not make you passive. It does not make you powerless. In fact, it reconnects you to your power as a feminine essence woman to get what you want, and to inspire a man to take action in the direction that you want. So I hope you found it helpful. I look forward to connecting with you, and drop me any questions or comments below.